Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome again to another painting tutorial. Today I'll be painting a white flower, a white rose. And the background for this painting is going to be black. So we will only be using 3 to 4 colors, all right? I don't want to promise any particular number of color because I might change my mind in the middle of the painting process. But basically we'll be using black and white. So get ready with your black and white, but more dominantly, we'll be using a lot of white and we'll be adding tiny bit of black in different amounts to come up with light gray, medium gray, and darker gray or darkest gray. All right, so we will be painting a white rose and I'm using a 12 by 16 inch canvas board. You can definitely use any canvas size that you want for yourself. It's up to you. And you can even use any material that you want for yourself, not just canvas board. You can use a stretch canvas or a cloth or a board or paper. It's really up to you. But for acrylics, I suggest that you use a stretch canvas or a canvas board. All right. So I'm gonna sketch first where things are gonna go so that you know exactly where to place the lines and the shapes. Okay. So for the sketch, I'll be using definitely black, simply because we are using a white pre-made, a white pre-gessoed canvas, so we don't want to use white against this background or this against this material because you won't be able to see the lines. Okay, so we will be covering a huge part of the canvas board, which is my favorite thing to do because I don't want to leave bigger unpainted spaces in my paintings. Okay, as much as possible, I really want it to be covered. I don't know if it's just me, but it's just my thing. Okay, so I'm trying to be controlled when it comes to my sketch because my tendency is always to make my sketch really, really big. I don't like it when I overestimate my capability to sketch, freehand, because I will always oversize my painting. And it takes some sort of practice to really proportion this freehandedly. Any pen, any painting. Okay, I can talk. Right. Doesn't make any sense at this moment, simply because we're at the very initial stage of the painting process. But trust me on this one. Um, we will make some adjustments if necessary later. Okay. Right. So again, the background for this flower will be black, okay, or dark. As long as we're consistent with the dark and white contrast, we're good. If you don't want to use pure black, it's fine too. But I think I'll be using a really dark background, like almost black, if not black at 100%. And this is the middle of the rose. For me, the most challenging part of or stage in painting a rose is doing the middle section. I don't know if it's just me. For me, the middle section, as you get um, near and near the middle section, everything are just lines. Okay, just like that. A little bit of that color so that I know. Okay, that's basically it. All right, now let's do the first layers of paint. You may wish to wash or remove the excess black paint. You don't want to wash it really well because we're going to use gray. We just want to use a little black, not too much, okay? Because my black is super strong. If your black paint is not that strong, then it's good. You can wash it well if you want to. But I'll be mixing it with white so that I create gray. You see, I already washed my brush, but I can still see a lot of black coming out. And I'll be using this color to color my, what they call this? My flower. You can definitely paint along the sketch lines already because the sketch lines are only guides for us, you know, to identify where things are gonna go, and so that we don't forget where we place things. Just remember, you know, where you want your lines or your flower to be in each petals. Okay, I'm gonna darken this area a bit. Okay, let's darken this area a bit. So by using or by choosing to paint a black and white painting, this is how you learn to appreciate the values, to really observe the values of paints. Right, like that. Okay, again, I'm going to use a little darker gray. Like this. And then just pure white. Okay. And I will use my hand directly simply because I love finger painting. I don't mind having my hands directly touch my painting. Again, a little bit of darker gray right here. Okay, like that. Mhm. Okay, like that. Also here. Okay, I'm gonna dab onto my pure white without, however, washing my brush so that I can still have some sort of gray color, but lighter. And try to blend a bit. You don't you don't want to create too much harsh of a line in between the petals. Right here as well. This stage that we're doing is just preliminary to the final look of the painting. I still call it under painting process, even if we're just using black and white, because we will layer over this. Trust me on that one. Okay, and use white here while the paint is still wet. Take advantage of the time while the paint is still wet so that you can blend a bit. It's actually like 9:40 in the evening, but I can still hear. Yeah, you can hear what I'm hearing. Okay, straight noise. Right, like that. I'm gonna dab onto my pure white and just paint this area. Okay, then some more gray color. I think I need to have to make some adjustments right here. Okay, like that. And pure white. This should be gray, but a little lighter. Again, please paint over the sketch lines. We don't need too much of a harsh lines. We don't need that anymore since we've already identified where things are gonna go. Just remember, okay? Remember how you did your sketch lines so that you don't have to retain the sketch lines. We actually don't need that. We somehow need that, but we don't want it to be too intense. Then maybe some darker gray. Like that. Okay. Then some more white. Like that. Then just white. I'm just using white. I forgot to talk. Sorry. I'm just using white right here. Because again, we're just, alternately using white and black here. We're not really doing a complicated painting. So just by watching this, you can follow along. All right. And using pure white. Okay, we're going to add some light gray color, but we're going to follow the shape of the petal by moving a little more vertical. Okay, just like that. Now I really want this to dry first, so I'm gonna do the background next. So I'm just gonna get my black and start coloring the corners. Okay, I'm gonna wash my brush out. Let me just check it. Okay, wash my brush out, and then I'm gonna get a new brush so that I don't contaminate it. I'm gonna get the pure white and start layering over. Still a little bit wet, but it's fine because you can definitely you know already where not to touch it while it's still wet. You don't want to touch on the black part outside the outline simply because you're going to contaminate your brush or your paint. Okay. You don't want to highlight everything, okay? Just a few select areas of the petals in the flower. I think this is a very quiet tutorial simply because one, I'm already sleepy, and number two, we're just using black and white. So there's really nothing to stress about. Just watch me how I do it. You can definitely see what color I'm applying because when you're just doing black and white, it's very very basic, very simple. You don't have to think too much. And remove any hard lines. Okay, I'm gonna use a small brush. Okay, like that. Okay, now I'm gonna use a little bit of yellow. Okay. I'm gonna dab onto my yellow. And let's color the inside like this. Doesn't matter if it's perfectly colored. You don't have to follow anything. This is for purposes of naturalism. I cannot talk properly. I'm a bit sleepy already. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit of orange or vermilion, you can use that. And just dab some vermilion, a little bit of black, just to make it more brown, more toned down. Okay, I'm gonna allow that first to dry. I'm gonna get the black, and let's go and make some separation lines. Okay, now I'm gonna mix my black and yellow so that I have some olive green going on. This is just for the background and just a mere suggestion of what's in the background. I think I have to use a more small brush, pointy one. Okay. Using pure white, let's just make it more neat. Okay, some lighter gray just to highlight. Okay. Okay. Some more depth. Okay, and some petal detailing. Let's do some more highlighting. For this painting, the more layer you apply, the more it looks more, the more it will look um, 3D. Okay, I'm gonna brighten this area. Okay, let's darken some areas. Okay, you can go back to the center. I think I'm just gonna have to dry this painting before we can layer. So I'm gonna use my hair dryer to dry this out fairly quickly. All right, really dry now. So let's go back to doing some more highlights because we're not yet done. I'm gonna dab onto my white. Okay, let's go inside the flower. So I'm gonna use a watered down white. Let's try to cover the color that you see inside. And we're going to mix some highlighting later. Okay. And let's go back to doing some depth and dimension. I'm gonna get my black, mix it with tiny bit of white so that it's not super black. And let's create some more depth. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of separation lines. And remove any harsh lines that you see. I know that there are a lot of quiet times in this painting tutorial. Again, we're just using black and white, and I just want you to watch me paint. Okay, I'm gonna get my yellow and slightly touch on this area, like that. Okay, so I'm gonna get my pure white. I'm super sleepy in all honesty. Okay, now We're going to go inside this flower, but I'll be using a really small brush. I'm searching for a small brush. Maybe this brush. I'm actually yawning while painting. I cannot believe this is how sleepy I am already. But I started this, so I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna add more details on the petals. So I'm just glazing over some areas because there are harsh lines that I see, and we don't actually want those. While it's true that we're doing a lot of contrast here, contrast between black and white, and we're using different values of white and black, there should be no harsh lines really. I mean, if any, that would only be for those really dark shadows. But other than that, it should be soft, just like this flower. It's very soft. Okay. We're gonna add a little bit of folds and some watered down black just along this area. And since it's watered down, you can definitely use your hands in evenly distributing the wet paint. Okay, I'm gonna use this brush. Okay, like okay, I'm gonna have to go inside. So I'm gonna mix my orange with black to create some brown. Again, be careful not to overdo the brown because the black because you might um, end up with having black. Okay, something light gray. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to use my green oxide. So I'm mixing my green oxide with white and a little bit of yellow, maybe a little bit of orange just to tone the color down, and black. Gonna use this to create the suggestion of leaves. Okay, let me check. All right. I really want to soften this because it doesn't look so soft. Okay. Oops. By thinning down, we have to thin down the harsh lines. And we do that by actually drying this first. Okay, and then using some watered down white, I'm just gonna go over and again water it down, spread the paint evenly on the petals. Don't be scared to do this technique. It's fine. You can simply do over if you make a mistake, but you will not really commit that huge of a mistake. Okay, again, glaze it with some watered down white, the purpose of which is to just make the painting look more whole, okay, than separate. Okay, let's see what I need to do more. Okay. Okay. Darken this. Let's apply some more white inside. Okay, and then last drying time for this. Okay. Now I'm gonna glaze the centermost part of the flower with some white. So I'm just gonna go around again. Cover it with white. Making sure that this is This area is brighter compared to the outer petals. Okay. Using a little bit of brownie color right there. Just a little bit of that, not too much. Mhm. Okay. Let me just check. Okay, nice. Some more oxide green, hints of leaves. Okay. Just gonna go around this area so that I outline it a bit. A little bit of outlining. A little bit of softening. Okay, I think we have to sign this now. This is done. I'm gonna use my white because white is my most dominant color here. And we're finished. Yay! So we're done, and I hope you enjoyed that one. I'm gonna link in the description box below some other rose painting tutorials that I've done in the past so that you can choose from among them. So see you in my next one, and have a great evening, guys. I'm super sleepy. I need to sleep after this. See you in my next one, and have a great Friday tomorrow. Bye, guys. Love you.